We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Just let me know if I'm coming through. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get it. Get it right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, y'all. We talking about the phones tonight. This should be interesting. Come on. Hit that like button. Come on, we're gonna be all right. What's the shortest time you ever had a phone number? This going out to all my people out there who be changing their numbers all the time. What y'all know? Come on. What y'all know, man? Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. It's the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking all fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about changing the number tonight. Can anybody make you change your whole math? And they laugh. Who has total control when you change 10 digits? Yeah, you know. I remember when it used to only be 7. Now it's one short of 11. Yo, I had the same number since 03. Look at me. That doesn't make me better than you. I say you do what you gotta do. I wanna thank you for coming by. I appreciate y'all giving us a try. We gonna have some fun tonight. Yeah, let's get it right. Let's get it popping, man. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road because we're picking up the rear. I apologize. I apologize for my tardiness. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. If I could have made things different, I would make them different all around. But this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. Check it out, right? So tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the things that made you change your phone number. Hold on, let me get this right, because, you know what I mean? I got to get my monitors together. Got a whole lot of things I got to get together, man. You know what I mean? I don't mind if y'all boo me. I don't mind if y'all boo me, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes it be like that, you know? Let the God live, though. Let me live, though. What up, what up, what up? T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Varshay, what's going on? Hey, good to see you. Morning, noon, and night today. And what we got? Hello, world. What up, hello, world? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Dimples D's is all up in the house. Dimples D's is all up in the house. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. So tonight we are talking about the reasons that you had to change your phone number. The reasons that you had to change your numbers. Why do people change their phone numbers, y'all? Why do people change their phone number? Now, you know, a lot of times people change their phone numbers because they don't want people from their past who may still have a pathway to their heart or their address or whatever the case may be. They don't want them to be able to have access. I get it. Hold on, we good? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we good. Just making sure, man. Just making sure. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, a lot of times people would change their numbers because they just got into a new situation and they don't want their old situation, you know what I mean, being able to, you know, you over here Netflix and chilling, and you don't want somebody that you are no longer Netflixing and chilling with anymore. You don't want them to be able to come in and grab and smack the popcorn out of somebody's hand or ruin a really good movie. Yeah, I understand. But there are other reasons. There are other reasons that people change their number frequently. I remember back in the day with the old 1-900 numbers. Remember the 1-900 numbers? And remember when we didn't have cell phones and people used to have to dial long distance? Remember paying for long distance? It ain't been that long. Don't act like you ain't know. Some of y'all got y'all ass whooped because y'all ran y'all mom bill up to like $1,000. And we talking about in the 90s where $1,000 phone bill was like, well, $1,000 phone bill is a lot now. But in the 90s, that was astronomical. So a lot of people got their phones turned off. And when you get your phone turned off, guess what you got to do? You got to get a new number. So when you put that phone in your baby name, why your baby got 4 numbers in his name is crazy. Yeah, parents doing their babies insane. I remember those times in the 80s and the 90s. I understand. I'ma let you get your time, though. In the time you spent calling the Jersey tri-state area, Delaware, it was scary when I met a John from New York. I said, what the hell am I going to do? Spending dollars to talk to Boo. Yeah, for hours. Yo, you call me, because whoever called, the other who answered got to talk for free. Y'all remember? Come on, man. Don't act like you're... But anyway, people used to be having to get their number changed because of that. You know what I'm saying? This whole phone journey, all my Generation Xers, y'all know. Y'all came up. Y'all saw MCI. Y'all saw Sprint. Y'all saw AT&T when AT&T was just a long distance company. Y'all saw that. You know what I mean? The emergence of cell phones when it used to be one in the case. You couldn't afford that shit. And then they had the big gray or eggshell colored cell phone. You know, that big ass cell phone, only the dope dealers could afford it. And even they was playing on the cheap, like, yo, don't call me all the time, man. Shout out to Night and Weekend Minutes. I know y'all remember Night and Weekend Minutes. I remember nights and weekends, free nights and weekends. We ain't that far removed from it. We ain't that far removed from it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it and get involved. Hold on, man. Getting a little hot. Let me throw the fan on. Hold on. It ain't really hot enough to throw the air on. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't really hot enough to throw the air on. Please do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's do this thing right. Let's do this thing right. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, okay. All right. If you don't want to share the show, a lot of people don't do that. I get it. But please hit that like button. I said, please hit the like button. And if you would be so kind, participate in the poll question. Participate in the poll question. The reasons that I had to change my number. Now, this doesn't really apply to me. I've had the same number since 2003. I've never changed my number. I don't change my number. I'll get you to change your number, but I ain't changing mine. I'm like, look, you know, when you are in show business, and I'm not so much into show business now as when I was standing on stages, telling jokes, going on tour, you know what I mean, and making people laugh on a regular basis. You don't want to be changing your number. You don't make it hard for promoters to find you, because they'll find somebody else. They'll find your replacement. You know, so there could be opportunities that you have out there that want to get in touch with you. And if you got like 2 or 3 numbers for them to have to go through, you give them one number. You know, I remember cats used to be giving out their cell phone number, their work number, their home number. Like, no, give them one reliable number, dog. One reliable number, because trust me, they not going, unless you some kind of big mega superstar that they trying to get on the cheap, on the homeboy discount or something like that. They not looking for you like that. So you better make it easy if you want to get on that stage and collect that dough. Yeah, but the reasons that I had to change my number, what are the reasons that most people change their numbers? Let's get into it. Oh man, allergies want to act the fool. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this. I'm going through enough tonight. I've had enough. I have had enough. I'm not gonna suffer. I'm gonna go ahead and drop me a Zyrtec. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Y'all hear the pill bottle? Y'all hear the pill bottle? Yeah. I'm not gonna play no games tonight. I ain't gonna play no games tonight, man. We'll drop this Zyrtec. I ain't gonna be on this stage. I ain't gonna be in front of this camera. Sound all crazy. Eye itching. Nose itching. Throat itching. I'm glad it's been such a long time since my nose is itched that I don't even, you know, I don't even have a good scratch, throat scratching tongue technique. It hurt more to do it than to stop playing around. Better stop playing around before I call that into my space. Okay. Hello World says the block works. I think it just hangs up. The block works? Okay. All right. Hello World says, I remember when we was on minutes. I think we all remember when we was on minutes. Those were some tough times. That's when you was balling out. Your income level definitely had an impact on how much you talked. Because you might only have one good month under your belt. 1 month phone bill, 300, 400, 500. That's when having a home phone was a come up. Like, I don't really need no cell phone. I got a home phone. We could talk endlessly. Who would have ever thought it would turn around? Who would have ever thought it would turn around? And now having a home phone is not only, well, you know what? I was about to say that's not even a flex. In a way it is though. Because if you have a home phone, that normally means you still have cable. And if you still have cable, then you kind of balling. Because most people done cut the cord. There ain't no cable. Ain't no triple play no more. The home phone, the internet, the cable. People ain't doing that shit no more. They ain't doing that shit no more. I'm gonna watch all my shows on this here app. I got me an app. T. Carey Wright says, I remember flexing because I had a Sprint unlimited plan for $200 a month. $200 a month. That ain't cheap. But unlimited. Unlimited was a big deal. Like unlimited data and everything. Sprint was giving out mad deals. I think black people alone took down Sprint. Because all the black people seem to have had Sprint and they ain't pay them. Rest in peace to Sprint. Rest in peace to why do I want to say shrimp? What? Rest in peace to Shrimp. The phone company Scrimp. I don't know. My bad, y'all. Let's get right. Shirley says, I know that sound. Look out. No, you gets no tick tonight. You gets no tick tonight. I'm sorry. I know that number and you ain't coming through because you done messed up this thing. So you will never be able to dial this number and get a call. You can call all night. I ain't answering for none of y'all. And that's a fact, yo. I call you back. Max fact. You're going on block. Fuck with that. And it don't matter how much you protest, you're not getting through because you're no longer blessed. You done messed up your minutes with me. So this is a show. You'll never get in it with me. And you'll see that I don't care if you call. I turn down the volume and rock out for all y'all. Stand tall. Yeah, you done messed up. You like Sunday best. You got dressed up. Go ahead and fess up, but I already knew. Yeah, I ain't answering the phone for you. So what you gonna do? I don't know. Yo, let me give you some of these sound effects, yo. Ow! Bitch. Ow! Bitch. Ow! Punk. Ow! You little bitch. Ow! Shut up, mother. Ow! Yeah, take that. Do it again, kids. All right. My man Troy Diesel is in the house with our Trizzy. My man Troy Diesel. Double D says, I had to change my number because he could not understand how to move on and kept playing on my phone and star 69. Oh shit. Star 69, or did he press star 67 to block his number so you didn't know it was him? Shout out to everybody who got their phone. So, yo, yeah. There's some people who got their settings so it won't accept block calls or unknown numbers. And then you got the people who will pick up the phone and be like, yo, unblock your number and call me right back. No hello, no nothing. Unblock your number, call me right back. Like, no, we not playing them kind of games, baby. Buana Haguski, what's good? What's good, man? How you feeling, my dog? It's good to see you, son. You know what I mean? Buana says, someone's stalking you, big bro. You had to change your whole number. Man, I've never changed my number in my life. The only times I've ever changed my number was when I moved from one place to another. And I've moved a total of twice in my life. Twice. I've only moved twice. I moved from my mom's house to my first apartment when I was 18, just about to turn 19. I lived in that same apartment from July 19th, 1989 to Christmas Eve, was you could say Christmas Day of 1999. Had a fire and anyway, so that's when I moved from Germantown, my birthplace, to, well, technically I was born in West Philly because I was born in University of Penn Hospital. But I moved from West Philly as soon as I was born and moved to Germantown, where I would stay for the next 29 years. And then I moved to North Philly. And I've been in North Philly for 25 years. So I've only changed my number when I moved from my mom's house to when I got my first apartment, and then my first apartment to here. That's it. That's it. I don't change my number for what? Shit, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't got no problem not answering the phone. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead. You'll submit before I do. You know how some people are attached to their phone, like if it ring, they just gotta answer it, like your grandma. Like everybody, grandma ain't you know, she come from the rotary dial, the big heavy steel phone. No, I ain't talking about the big plastic joint. I'm talking about the black steel joint that either only fit on the table or the heavy joint that was on the wall. You had to have good studs in the wall in order to mount that phone, son. You had to have good studs. Had to have the good studs to mount that phone, baby. So grandma come from that. Phone calls was very important. You don't know who was on the other end of that phone. My grandmother loved the phone. All right. So now we good over here. Shirley Cheryl says, and we not changing the number. You just getting blocked. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sure. Yes. Yeah. I'm showing off my sound effects. Y'all know I've had this sound effects machine for like 3 years, but I couldn't get it together. I got it together now, though. You hear that? Yes. What's this one? All right, we good. All right. So, TK Wright says, LOL, I've done both. Call me back, unblock. My current phone won't accept unknown calls. That's what I'm talking about. Troy said, blessings. Okay, all right, hold on. That's what's up, man. Buana says, put the joint on vibrate. No, fuck vibrate. Put that shit on silent. That vibrate shit. Some phones vibrate loud as shit. Nah, that vibrate shit be drawing. That vibrate shit be drawing. Or as they say in Philly, that shit be drawing. The vibrate John be drawing. God damn, man. You know what? I see what's going on. YouTube is back to well, they limited monetization and shit. Ad suitability. Last Night Show. I figured they was going to fuck with Last Night Show because it got Trump's name in it. You know, Trump be regulating shit. You know what I mean? Much as I can't stand that bastard, he puts the fear of God in motherfuckers. But it's all good. I still say fuck Trump, fuck MAGA. So they can flag this show too. Troy says sound effects and soundproof. We rich, bitch. I got all that shit on the discount. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about how much money we spend. It's about how much money we still got left. And that's all tricking money. It's up. All right. So let me check this poll. Let me check this poll out. What's the shortest time you have ever had a phone number before you changed it? Now, there are only 11 votes on here so far. But God, hold on. So 64% said a couple of years. Okay. If you had a number for a couple of years, that ain't really bad. Because you know the people that we talking about, the ones that be, some people, you be like, oh, don't even give me your new number. You just call me. I'm not putting another contact in my phone for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got 5 different numbers in here. Some of them still active. Like you still work in the same place, right? Okay.
You have a call from
Bombay.
Call it with that was wonderful. Yo, he just ain't say that. He ain't say that. He said this shit is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, all right. Anyway, 6 months to a year, 8%. All right. We got 12 votes now. And so a couple of years went down to 58%. 6 months to a year, 8%. So that equals like one person. A couple of weeks to a month, 8%. So, damn, that's a short ass time. 1 day to 1 week, 25%. How can you have a number that short of a time? What has to happen for you to be like, yo, I need a new number, and to turn right around that same week and be like, that number y'all gave me, I can't use that. I need you to, or did you just buy a whole new phone? Like, yo, my stalker boyfriend is on my heels. You don't really understand the way that it feels, and it don't appeal to me. So I need y'all to change my number once again. Do it for free. I ain't trying to play no extra, but if I gotta do that, I'm gonna do it until I'm next to nothing. And I ain't really trying to. All right, let me get this motherfucker out of here. Get spaghetti, son. Get spaghetti. Get here. Get here. Okay, hold on. I'll answer it on this side. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight?
Let's talk about Diddy.
Let's talk about Diddy? No, you go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Okay. What do you think about it?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's your genuine opinion about Diddy? Like,
No, I'm not here to talk about Diddy. You wanted to talk about Diddy, so talk about him. Go ahead.
is that the conversation?
No, we're not talking about Diddy. So, but you wanted to talk about Diddy, so go ahead. You don't need me to talk about it. You talk about it.
Right. So what happened with the block numbers? What is that about?
No. See, you're not doing this right. See, you don't have nothing to say. That's why I didn't let you on.
I do have something to say.
All right, go ahead and say it.
I wanted to bring up what you were talking about last week.
Nah, fuck last week. You already fucked yourself over. Don't apologize. We don't do apologies around here. You already fucked up. You're never getting back on the show. You know what I mean? And that's a done deal. But I'll answer you on my cell phone and make you look dumb. But but nobody will ever hear your voice on this show again. See, I'm vindictive as fuck.
Do you know Imagine Dragon?
Nah. We not doing that either. Here. Just hold on a second, dog. Ah, man. Yeah. We good. All right. So, okay, what we got? Love me hatefully. What's good? It's him. Do you imagine dragons? That's who's on the phone. He just asked about that. Imagine dragons. Okay, I got you. I see you. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. We gonna have some fun tonight, yo. We gonna have some fun. Everything will be all right. Everything gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Levels is good. X-Ray Koala was good. And Lucifer the Devil. All right, hold on. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold up. The 1 day to 1 week votes are going up. 1 day to 1 week votes are going up. Please, y'all, as y'all come in here, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Hit the like button. It helps out the channel. The channel needs help. Please help out the channel. The movement is moving. You know what I mean? Move with it or get moved over. Please hit the like button. All right. TK Rice says, Puffy used to get to the end of the sentence and then say pause. Yeah? I didn't know that. Troy McNeil said night on Broadway money. Word. All right. TK Rice says, I was getting the calls from the last person who had the number. It was excessive. All right. That's what made you change it. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. X-Ray says, son, what's up, my man? I tend to switch phones pretty often and every like 1 to 2 years or so, but try to keep my number, which I switch carrier. When I switch carriers. Okay. All right. I mean, listen, man. I mean, whether you change it, whether you change your number or not, you know what I mean? That's your choice. You know what I mean? I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that at all. You know, like everybody has reasons for doing what they do. But we're going to really go into how people change their numbers. And sometimes it's a little funny. Like I've known dudes, and especially females, they change their number every time they get a new man. They change their number every time they get a new man. But you know what a female is going to do? She going to leave her number with some dudes, and everybody else who ain't important, he don't get that number. Now you might get the number, even if you like the ex or you know the one that got away or something like that. You might be the one that she keeps in touch with and gives the number to for her next 3 mans. But the fourth one, you might not make the cut. You might not make the cut. But yeah, I've definitely known females who change their number every time they get a new dude. Now you do the math on that. Of course, I've known dudes who do the same thing. I just think it's peculiar when a woman do it because you know, women are always acting like they so faithful. She's so faithful. All I do is think of you. Day and night, it's all I do. I can't get you off my mind. Think about you all the time. All the time. You're lying, ho!
You have a call from
My miss, my mellow, my man. Why don't you get on the mic and won't you take it to stand? Well, I'm the TROYM.
I'm on the 752 show for sure. I'm here to talk and say a little more. Bars.
God damn, I was waiting for that next. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the next line. I was about to like say, my man, he got it, y'all. He got it.
I'm supposed to sit up and put the beat on the table like you be doing though. That's my fault. My fault. I need the beat off the table.
It's all good, man. I ain't even mad at it. Hold on a second. Let me read some of these comments and then I'm gonna get right to you.
Go ahead.
All right, Cheryl says, I know one time they changed my landline number and I had to wait for them to get it back from the person they gave it to. Oh shit. Lucifer the Devil says, I got into it with another person on a different channel, a guy in Japan. It was hilarious. Wait a minute. Watching him rage as I was making him mad. He started punching doors. I said, doors don't hit back, but I will. Oh, so that's what you do, Lucifer the Devil? You just go to content creator to content creator, kicking up dust and making motherfuckers mad? Well, sheesh. Well, look at you. Man, Troy says you should never have to change your number. After call ID was invented, the best invention ever. I honestly do believe that. I've said that on a number of occasions. That was what we all wanted, since the days of being a kid. All right, so X-Ray says I used to be a little dirty vagrant, and I was switch it out super super often, laughing my ass off. Not now. I've adjusted. Okay, all right. I know people who change their number just to make people mad. You know what I mean? Just to make somebody who was a love interest mad. Like you blocked me? Like, no, I got a new number. And then don't give it to him. Just wait for him to ask. Like, so you gonna give me the fucking new number? Oh, all right, well. Guana says, sometimes you gotta change addresses. F the number. Oh shit. All right. X-Ray said he's named Lucifer for a reason. And he wanted to make sure you knew. Well, I'm talking about I'm the Lucifer the Devil. Not just like my mom ain't just named me Lucifer and people just call me Lou for short. Nah, now I'm Lucifer the Devil. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking fire and brimstone for all eternity. Oh, Henry, I don't know, Buttlick. Yeah, let's call him Henry Buttlick says, get a real job. Wow, what's wrong with this one? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo, Troy, could you imagine going on your real job and them telling you, yo, get a fake job? Fuck you coming here all the time for? Get a fake job.
Henry Buttlick.
Yeah, fuck it. You come in here talking shit. You think I'm gonna say your name right? Fuck you. I was listening to the show last night. I didn't really realize I was going in on him. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, you was in your bag last night, bro.
I'm about to get into it tonight. You know what I mean?
Bro.
These motherfuckers is too much.
Trolls be trolling.
Trolls be trolling. I mean, they be doing that. Hey, I gotta give it to them. They doing their job. They doing their job. They not playing.
I just want to say this. If your name Lucifer, go to hell.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking hoof foot motherfucker. You know what I mean? He got the cloven feet.
Name Lucifer.
He got the cloven feet. The motherfucker got the pointy tail. What the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's
Give
the
me a couple hours to break in the bank for free and give everybody some money. Coming to the podcast and your name Lucifer, at least give us a couple of hours on the house. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. So what we talking about, man? You know what I mean? What you think about this topic? You talking about them phone changing your number, man. You know, number one on that damn family feud board. It gotta be changing the number because of relationship interests. You know what I mean? You change your number due to the fact that you're going through some bullshit and you're trying to, new life, new wife, new number. Change everything.
Okay. Now, see, you know what? Actually, I wasn't thinking along those lines. I was thinking more of, I guess it's kind of like sort of the same, because you saying like change their number in terms of because they have gotten out of a relationship and they want to leave that behind. I was thinking
you got to move on from that because you never know. Somebody might try to backtrack. You know what I mean? And call you. I mean, just like Adele, the singer Adele.
Mm-hmm.
It fucks me up because she had 2 songs, and every time I hear both them songs, it goes like this. She says, "I heard that you settled down, that you found a girl, that you married." Now, but if you heard all that, why the fuck you calling my phone?
You got
about 5 years later, she come back and talk about, "Hello, it's me. I've been caught. Why the fuck you calling my phone again, bitch?" See what I mean? That's why you got to change your number, because people like Adele come up with stupid shit and call you constantly talking about hello. Damn. Fucking up your relationship.
Yeah. All right. So I was thinking about it more in terms of when you have turned a relationship where y'all might have just been casually dating or casually messing around, and now y'all got mad serious, and so now it's time to get rid of everybody else. I was thinking more along those lines.
I mean, it's one and the same, because it's one and the same. Because if you get mad serious, you pretty much going from casual dating to relationship and hopes of getting to fiance and wife, and husband. So I mean, it's one and the same. Everything has to, once but see, it takes me out because some people want to change. Like, it takes me out. A man is willing to change their number. Some women is not willing to change their number. And there's some men that don't want to change their number because they want to keep them avenues open. Which, I mean, if you're moving on to the next thing, you got to shut them doors. Shut them or dig a ditch and bury them babies. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I don't believe in changing no number. Like, for what?
So if your significant other said, "Son," or Omar with the, I just want to know, baby, can you, since we have a new relationship and we moving on to the next level, and you think you change your number?
I would say no. As a matter of fact, I'd say fuck no. You crazy? Fuck out of here. I had my number before you. I mean, because when you really think about it, why would you request somebody to do that? Because, I mean, nothing screams insecurity like, yo, change your number. So I'll know that anybody who calls you now is somebody that you just gave the number to. What screams insecurity louder than that? So no, I would never request nobody to do that, and nobody is going to make me do that. No, like I was saying earlier in the show, I don't know if you was here. Like if you in show business, you keep changing your numbers, and you ain't gonna be working.
Well, we had a problem like that, remember?
Like I said, you know what I'm saying?
That was my problem. Remember when the Laugh House was trying to get us to get on that showcase, and I don't know how they didn't get in contact with you. They just didn't want to get in contact with you.
Yeah, they
claimed they tried to get in contact with me.
Yeah. So a bunch of bullshit. I mean, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But no, I ain't changing no fucking number. Like, that be to me, that's the equivalent of requesting that I tell you my whole sexual history. Like, listen, I mean, if you don't see a future here, then you need to cut this right off in the present. But other than that, like, we not starting off that way. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, the amount of people, the amount of contacts that I've built up over the years, it would be stupid as shit
it'll be a devastating thing for you to have to change your number.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not erasing my history. For what? Either I'm still fucking around with somebody or I'm not. Now, if I'm still fucking around with somebody, eventually you're going to see that. If I'm not, you're going to see that too. But you may figure that you're seeing something that you're not seeing because your insecurity is telling you that if they won't do this for me, then that means that they don't want this. I'm like, I mean, if you don't go somewhere with that dumb.
You just sitting up here talking about it's like telling a woman your whole sexual history, and I'm sitting up here thinking of somebody say, "What's your sexual history?" I'd be like, just listen to DMX on what you really want from a nigga. That's my sexual history. 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, listen, you have to meet people where they are. But if we talking about the things that make people change their number, that's definitely one of those things that make people change their number. But one thing that'll definitely make a person change their number is poverty. The inability to be able to pay the fucking bill. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about earlier in the show. It used to be a bunch of kids with phone numbers, with dead phone numbers, and they on their credit report already. Your mommy couldn't pay them bills. Now I knew this one chick had to get her home number changed time after time after time because she lived in Jersey and she was always fucking with niggas from Philly. That's long distance. So I mean, every other month she had a new number because she had to keep changing identities. She maxed out her kids. She only had 2 at the time. So they both had a bill in their name and all that shit. Probably a grandmother, you know what I mean, when she was alive and all of that shit. And she admitted it. She was like, well, like I done maxed out. You know what I mean? Like it got to the point where she had changed her number so many times because she had so many existing bills out there.
Fucked up, little Tyrone gotta wake up. Got bad credit.
And trust and believe, she was batshit motherfucking crazy, boy. That was a crazy ass joint. You know what I mean? Mad pathological. So yeah. But she I mean, crazy and broke ain't a good look. But crazy with money, you got a problem.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like she was broke. She had the good Section 8. She had the good Section 8 and the good SSI, but she ain't had no whip. You know what I mean? So she couldn't get to where you was without assistance. But she would get assistance if she really needed to. I was like, man, your baby father, I don't envy him a little bit. That boy, this ain't a good look, dog. Mm-hmm. This shit ain't.
Because you was bringing up, talking about the phone. I was just wondering, would you rather have the call area code, or would you rather go back to using letters than the phone calls, the phone numbers?
Only reason I would want to go back to the letters and on the phone calls is because that was a time when people were alive in my life that I wish I could see again. Other than that,
that's the truth.
Other than that, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? My mom number was VI99208.
Damn.
Yeah. VI9 Victor 99208. I never forget that number.
You said that shit like you was on a honeymoon.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
PE5.
CE5?
PE5.
Oh, PE5.
Yeah, PE57. No, PE52975.
And what did the PE stand for?
I don't know. Public enemy.
Yo, you. Yeah, I don't know where Victor came from, but the other numbers in my area was GE8, and the GE was for Germantown.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Victor and we had Germantown numbers. So it was 849, 842, 844, 843, but no 848 or 847. That used to be out in Chester.
Yeah.
I never forget that shit.
Yeah, I never forgot when when you had to call when what was it Eyewitness News when they needed you to call and give them information, the news thing, the news cycle, and they only had, and the number was so fucking easy. 333-3333.
Shit, that's the number of the cab company. The cab company took over that damn number.
Yes, they did. Had to.
Damn.
Because that was the number to Eyewitness News back in the day.
Shit, I don't even remember that. That's crazy. And it was on Channel 3 though.
Yes, it was.
It was definitely on Channel 3. All right.
But yeah, I mean, changing your number, I mean, it's a gift, but it's mostly a curse. You know what I mean? It's a gift, but it's mostly a curse. If you getting harassed by somebody on a daily basis, and you can't shake that, then maybe changing your number might be. I'm talking about the person is like stalkerish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no reason to change your number for anything. And if they stalkerish like that, you better get a restraining order because they're not just coming at you for your number. They're going to follow you when they come into your job and they come and pass your house when you're not at home. They'll be sitting outside your door. So you better get that restraining order.
Well,
and your number is the least of your worries. Right.
The thing is, I don't see anything wrong with changing your number. If I guess I only take issue with people who change their numbers all the time. Like, to me, if a person is always changing their number, there's something going on. It's like when a person changes their hairstyle all the time. There's something going on. It don't mean anything crazy, but there's something going on. You know what I mean? Because it symbolizes instability. And people try to, only the people who do that shit deny it. Everybody else is like, everybody who know them be like, yeah, there's something going on. It don't mean that they're a bad person, but there's some type of instability. Now, if I say mental instability, people be trying to say that I'm trying to imply that they're crazy. So I'll say emotional instability because that could describe anybody, right? But for the person that's constantly inviting people and then shutting people out of their lives, I mean, what's more unstable than that? So either the red carpet is getting rolled out for you, or the door is totally being shut, and it's like I'm in love under new management. He came and changed my entire life around. And, I'm tired of all those games and men with so many girls I can't even name.
Don't you miss those songs we used to talk in the beginning? Or there's someone in there.
Listen, the rap part of R&B is the shit that I like the most. That's why I used to like Betty Wright. That's why
that's the best one, yep.
No, she ain't the best one. The best one was Millie Jackson. Easily. Millie was on some other shit.
Real ignorant.
Raunchy as fuck.
She was sexy red before sexy was red.
Millie was raunchy as shit. I was like, this is too real. You said,
you need to sit on the steps. You better be sneaking down the steps while they listening to it. And mom never wanted you to hear that shit.
Yeah, Millie shit was crazy. But yeah. Let's see, Shirley Show says, I remember if I wanted to know what time it was. OTI 6121. Yeah, that was the time. Yeah, that shit, do that shit still work?
Listen, you might call that number and the fucking feds might come with you right now.
I'm gonna call that shit right now. Hold on.
You gonna call it?
Yeah, because I imagine it's in the 215 area code. It was. Let me see. 215-846-1212. Let's see.
Testing 1 2 3 4 5. Testing 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 5. Testing 1.
What the fuck is that?
I told you that might be some FBI shit. You better stop.
Shit. I mean, what they gonna get me on? She said they know everything already and shit. I just got my real ID driver's license.
I see the boy Tyler Horror just put in a text something about his mom called us a cum sandwich.
Cum sandwich, okay.
And I don't know why people keep talking about their parents and everything like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, they see people having fun. They like, look what I can do. Look what I can do. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby.
A mouse can sit in a booty hole. I see he's no experience from things.
Yo, and he spelled whole WHOLE.
He must be from the middle of America. Man, he must be having sex with his cousin. Not even once removed. His regular cousin right there.
Yeah. So anyway, other reasons that phones or numbers get changed. Now, when Dollar Joke was up, them 1-900 numbers, you know what I mean, they was running up a lot of bills. A lot of kids and teenagers and all of that was running up
fucking chat lines.
What? Running them bills up high as shit. A lot of people got their ass whooped, was on punishment, and the phone was off. You know what I mean? So
between the phone, I know one thing, boy. Them kids back in the day, either the party line or the chat line. Them motherfuckers right there, boy.
Yeah.
They get you fucked up. Your parents will fuck you up for that.
Well, I mean, if you a $500 to $1,000 1 month phone bill, that's ground for an ass whooping. I'm sorry.
I mean, ground for getting fucked up.
That's equivalent to all F's on a report card. Like, you ain't, hold on. Let me get this straight. You ain't contributing nothing to this household financially, but you took away a stack? Oh, hell no. In the 80s and 90s? Oh, no. No. We not doing that, dog.
I know one thing. My sister would have ran up a cell phone bill. Then they got her ass beat for all the F's on her report card because she couldn't. I didn't even know how to spell Fifi until I seen her report card.
You ain't know how to spell what?
Fifi.
Yo.
That shit was F-E-F-E. My mom whooped her ass so good with that extension cord. Every time she walked in the room, the electric would come on.
Well, I mean, you know what? You got to think about the kids who came home with F's on their report card and nothing happened to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
up for that $1,000 damn.
I bet you was getting your ass whooped for that though. Like, look, you can repeat 10th grade all as many times as you want, but I'll be goddamn.
You fuck on a stack.
You ain't getting this phone line fucked up. How is Mr. Paul going to call and keep this? You know what I'm gonna have to do?
No, back in the day was Uncle Paul.
It depends. It all depends. You know what I mean? It all depends. I never heard Uncle. I mean, but I've heard Mister.
Oh, okay.
I've definitely heard Mister. But yeah, you know, like that's a lot of people got their phones. They had to change their number for that.
It takes me off because when you as you was getting older, the parents will sit back and think they're rewarding you. Oh, I'm gonna give you a phone in your room.
Oh,
the worst thing you could have ever done.
Well, a lot of times when you know what your parents giving you your own phone was almost like your girl giving you an iPhone. Now, any man who has been given an iPhone by his girl knows what I'm talking about because the iPhone ain't nothing but a track phone. Somebody give you an iPhone. I don't even care if they just give you the damn the earbuds. They give you a pair of because they can track those earbuds. So wherever you go, everywhere that little Bo Peep went, the tracking system was sure to go. So a parent giving they child their own home phone it served two purposes. It freed up the family phone, and they also gave them the single line. So most kids who had their own phone line didn't have like no call waiting or no three-way line. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need all that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You get the one joint. You know what I mean? You ain't got no long distance and none of that shit on there. You know what I mean? Ain't no MCI on this shit. Ain't no Sprint on this shit. You know what I mean? When you make them long distance calls, if you should sneak and make a long distance call, we gonna see what it is on our bill, not on yours.
And when you make a long distance call and they look on the bill and they see that, and you be like, I ain't calling that number. Oh, for real? So nobody don't know who called it, right? All right, I'm gonna call it myself.
Man, let me tell you something. My late great father was talking to his side joint that lived down in Maryland. My stepmom stepped to me like, yo, you running up our bill with all these long distance calls? I'm looking at my stepmom like, what the fuck is you? You know what I mean? I'm like, what is you talking about? I don't know nobody down in Maryland. I ain't calling nobody on your phone. What you talking about? My dad had to eat that one that day because he didn't prep me. He didn't, I was like my dad wingman. Now, normally he would have said, look, you just, act like it was you. I'll go ahead and pay the bill. You know what I mean? He didn't give me the warning. She had already stepped to me. And I was mad because me and my stepmom ain't really get along like all that. We was all right. You know what I mean? But like, coming in my neck. What's fucked up? She came in my neck for the long distance calls and she was wrong. Then she came on my neck for messing up the computer, looking at going to them porn sites, because them porn sites used to carry all kinds of viruses and shit. And I was like, I ain't looking at no porn on no damn computer. Like, what are you talking about? Yo, it was wild. Why did all roads lead to me? I don't watch no porn. Listen.
That pop.
It wasn't pop. There was my baby brother. My baby brother was on the porn site. He ain't prep me. Look. He ain't prep me either. Nobody says, see, this is how your secrets get you all fucked up. So I was like, I ain't looking at no porn on no damn computer. Shit, I already knew. I knew porn could fuck up your computer because I was fucking up my computer just with downloading music on LimeWire. So I want to watch porn. I go to the DVD, man. I ain't going to no fucking website. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Bros and Hoes, volume 45. You know, that type shit. Fuck out of here. So yeah, and you know what? I'm not sure she apologized for those two snafus and shit. But I was like, throw the dust off my shoulder. Let's the fuck out of here. How I'ma look using your phone to make long distance calls? Like, y'all not gonna check the bill. You know what I mean? Evidently you targeted me because without checking nobody else, you thought those two incidents was me. And you was wrong both. But you didn't look at neither one of those two sideways. Then when they went to go see my sister in Israel, she brought home a bong. This not a bong, a hookah.
Before they was popular.
Yeah, a whole hookah. And I was like, what is this? And she was like, you know what it is. I said, look, hold on. Here go the thing. I really didn't know what the fuck it was. Yeah, I saw what it could be, but I didn't know what that shit was. I ain't smoked no weed at this time. And when I did smoke weed, we ain't smoking out of this. You know what I mean? So I was like, so she was like, you know what it is. I was like, no, I don't. Come to find out, she smoked weed. I'm like, this projection ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. You accused me of the long distance calls. You was wrong. You accuse me of the porn. I'm throwing viruses in the computer, in the company computer. You was wrong. Now you think I'm smoking weed? I was smoking no weed, but you do. I am like, let me get this thing. You smoke
one
weed?
Thing with one with your pop, one with your brother, the one with your sister. Man, it's all coming in.
No, that wasn't my sister. That was her. My stepmom smoked weed.
No, I'm talking about the hookah.
Oh, no, yeah. So, yeah, the hookah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, this is crazy. But when we had the business going, we knew that if your phone was off, you wasn't paying no rent. That's what I learned about black people. The phone is normally the first thing to go, because you'll normally keep a roof over your head, keep the lights on, the water flowing. Yeah, but the phone, that's the first thing and really probably cable is probably the exact first one to go. But if you never had cable, that phone go, yeah, that's pretty much an indication that we're not getting that rent. Very few times has somebody's phone been off and they showed up in that office with a check or with the money, to pay the rent. So we already knew. Start those eviction proceedings if that phone is off. Just go ahead.
One thing, between that and if the cable off, you never know how good regular TV is until your cable get turned off.
Yeah, but a cable bill is probably the hardest bill to get used to start paying.
Yeah.
The cable bill and a car note are very difficult bills to start paying.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can live without either one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, the cable is the cable normally goes before the phone.
So do you think there's a reason for anybody to have a landline phone now?
Yeah, I think there is, because number one, a landline phone ain't being tracked.
Smart.
Now it's being tracked by the company, but at least it's not in the towers for anybody who wants to see. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, but when they start, but the landlines of today are not like the landlines of yesterday. You can get text messages and basically a landline. You can transfer it to anywhere else you want to go. Landline is available online and stuff like that. So it's hard to even say anymore. It might be as traceable as the cell phones are for real. But
you was just talking about Apple. What is the iPhone? And Cheryl was just talking about somebody had put a iPad in a car, and she didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Had snuck one and left it in there, and that's how the person knew where she was at. So she took it out of her car when she cleaned it back and put it in her brother's car. And they followed him to the damn gas station.
I tell you what, man. I don't like the boy Charleston White, but one thing he said, I can't stand him either. But he said one thing that I totally agreed with. He said, y'all pussies with those iPhones, y'all the ones that's henpecked by y'all women. Because y'all women track y'all everywhere y'all go. You know what I mean? They want to FaceTime. They want to share the locations and all of that shit. You got an iPhone, more than likely, you don't wear the pants in your family. But what he wasn't saying is that if you have an iPhone, you might be the aggressor of your woman. You know what I mean? You might be the one doing the tracing. But either way,
and I'm gonna tell you one more thing. I bet you might got an iPhone.
No, he didn't. That's why he was talking about it. But either way, he was right, because he was saying that either way, you ain't happy in your relationship. I was like, damn, just because you got an iPhone. But it's kind of, he ain't really wrong. He ain't really wrong. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers who be having iPhones, they be in hot water with their girls all the fucking time. She tracing and, we'll share your location, where you at, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I still remember the days where if you wasn't home, you couldn't be reached. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
And that's the funny thing. The funny thing about that shit is that made for a great relationship.
Well,
because it gave you time to not talk on the phone and see one another.
Well, I don't know. I like the being able to see each other. I hardly ever use the video call thing, but it's a nice feature to have. I mean, since I saw the Jetsons, I always wanted them to come out with this shit.
Relationship you've been in, man?
7 years.
Oh, right. Okay.
So,
that was before the video phone.
Yeah, it was. but don't get it fucked up. I've never let a phone come between, like, on some real shit. Like I refuse to ever let a phone be a point of contention in anything I'm dealing with. Like we not doing that. We not doing all of that, you know, the checking the phone shit and all of that. We not doing that. There's some things that you might want to submit to, and there's some things you got to say fuck no. You deal with them young boys because they into that kind of shit. A grown man and a grown woman a phone shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be, because that's some juvenile shit. Really. And it's some new juvenile shit at that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't go back to a time where you could just talk to anybody anytime you felt like it. We don't go back to a time where you could talk to your girl, your wife, your husband, or whatever all day on the phone. We don't go back to those times. You know what I mean? That's all new shit. And motherfuckers, Generation X is acting like it been that way. No, you know damn well better than that. You used to have to wait for people to get home. That was that. If you wanted them to know where you were, you gave them the number to wherever you were going. Like, I'm going to my girlfriend's house. Here's her number. You can call me over there. But you wasn't going to be over there on the phone the whole time. Nobody was doing that. Nobody wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. You wanted to call somebody at work, you had to call the job. And the job had to come get you, and you had to come to the phone. Now, you try that a couple of times to see if you're going to still have a job. But you mean to tell me that now I'm a manager, so I can be on my phone. But that's also a choice. Sometimes I get busy to the point where it's not appropriate. You know what I mean? So I mean, but if a phone is coming in between you the happiness of you and somebody else as a couple, I don't know. You might as well be 14 and 15 years old to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you either can tolerate somebody or you can't. And some people have a problem with the word tolerate. I don't really give a fuck, because there are times when you have to tolerate somebody. You ain't gonna tell me that there's nothing that you have to just put up with in your relationship. Things that you don't like. You might not like the fact that somebody snores. You might not like the fact that somebody, like if you got a girl, she got a weave and there's hair all over the fucking place all the time, or stopping up the sinks and all that shit. You got to put up with that shit, because you might be the one that has to either clear the sink or call a plumber or some shit like that. Yeah, you putting up with it. Yeah, you tolerating that shit for the bigger picture. So, you get caught up in words like tolerate. What you mean? You got to put up with me? Yeah, I got to put up with you sometimes. You got to put up with me sometimes. You know what I mean? I might go run ball or some shit. I come home stinking all crazy and shit. And instead of jumping right in the shower, I might go in the kitchen and get something to eat. Ain't you putting up with this fucking smell? I'm smelling like 4 games of Rough House. Ain't no way you gonna tell me that I'm all right. You know what I mean? Shit.
We're always back on it. 4 games of Rough House.
4 games of rough. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't even know how niggas on the court I'm out on the court with motherfuckers like, that shit, we stink. But him way worse. And anybody who wear ball shorts know ball shorts carry they keep odor. You know what I'm saying? Them shits hold odor. So you might have washed them and everything. That funk come right back on out. Every time you put them on, you hear slap bass. Bump, 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 bump.
But some motherfuckers want you put them on. You know what song come on? You're making funk. That's what it is. Yeah, motherfuckers, boy, I tell you. I'm telling you, boy. Remember rollover minutes?
I remember I never had none.
I
never had no minutes left.
I was on my way into work. I got in a cab. I found a cell phone. The person called my phone. I was like, well, I can give you your phone back, but Doug come over the reward, right? He was like, that's my cell phone. I'm not giving you the reward. I said, well, I'm about to roll over all those He had over 4,000 rollover minutes.
Man, this phone shit has come a long way.
Yes, believe me, boy. Shit. Remember the gray brick ones?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
That's when nobody could afford a cell phone.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I remember when my first cell phone was a Nokia. And I was on Sam's, the owner of Sam's plan, but I was on his son's plan.
Yeah. The first phone. No. The first phone I had wasn't a Nokia. It was like a Sony phone.
Yeah.
I think no. The first cell phone I had was T-Mobile is what it used to be called? Something Stream. And it was something else before. I think it was like Comcast Metrophone before then. But yeah, I remember the first cell phone I had was a clone phone. So I ain't had no bill.
Yeah, and then I had one I had like two of them. That was the gray brick one. The clone phone, my boy used to clone the phones for me. I had two of them at one time. You would have thought I was a drug dealer.
Yeah. And the first cell phone I ever had, my girl gave me the phone. Yeah, that was definitely a tracking gift. That was a tracking gift. That was a tracking gift for real. That was a tracking gift for real.
Where you at? I'm around John. Who the fuck you, man?
Listen, this was
you ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie.
This was 96. This was 1996. So I'm 25, about to turn 26. Yeah, that shit wasn't a good look at all. But anyway, and we only had the phone because it was a burner phone. It was, so until the person figured out that they was, their phone was cloned, you know what I'm saying? The phone went out and I didn't get another one maybe like 2 years later, like 98, maybe some shit like that. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, that cell phone shit, that's a hard bill to get used to paying, especially when you was paying for minutes. I remember 15 cents per minute.
Before that, it was the alphanumeric pagers. Because that was before the cell phones was like relevant like that. It was just regular cell phones. But when you wanted to really text somebody and them alphanumeric pages came out, oh man, come on now.
Well, I had a regular pager, but I had that in 80. I had that first one in 89. But I never liked the alphanumeric pager. Like I didn't want to write to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And this shit was mad expensive.
One thing,
the two-way shit.
It was, to me, it was just felt like a status thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah. It was. It really was. Do you remember the phone where, okay, if you called somebody, it wasn't a phone, it was a pager. So when you called somebody, it went to like this switchboard and they would take your message and then relay it to somebody.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that bullshit. I was like, what kind of fucking page is this? They would take a message. Yeah, that shit was wild. That shit was wild as hell.
I remember that shit, man.
But yeah, getting back on the subject, the things that make you the things that maybe have to change my number. I mean, there are a variety of things. Money is a thing. One of those things is money. The other one of those things are social issues will make you change your number. But so, all right, what's the longest time you've ever had a phone number?
3 years.
God damn.
3 years.
Shit. Damn, Troy.
Yeah.
That's the longest?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even so much. It's not so much as changing the phone for a reason. It's because when you go if you can't get into your email or you don't remember your passwords and stuff, they can't transfer your number over. So they have to give you a new number.
Oh.
Just before they learned how to do all this other shit with these cell phones now. So that's the reason why, like this number I'd have had this for what? Maybe 2.5 years.
That long, huh?
You think that long?
Like I said, listen, man.
You go all the way back to 2003 with yours.
Yeah, and it's going to be, look, this is going to be the last number I have. I'm not changing my shit. If you can reach me in 03, you can reach me in 43. If I make it that far.
Nobody can say, I ain't had your number, son.
They really can't. I've had people from a long time ago contact me like, damn, this still your number? I'm like, you called it, right? This is my voice, right? Right.
Shit, I was shocked it was still your number.
Yeah. No, I don't change my shit. I don't change my fucking number.
When we first reconnected, I was like, damn, what's your number? I was not. What the fuck? I still your cell phone number?
Still the same number. That's why when people talk about something, they couldn't get in touch. Like, yo, don't lie to me. You know what I mean?
I owed you money, but I ain't had your number. You lying motherfucker. When I tried to call it said that it wasn't in service.
Like, you're going to have to come up with something better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate. Look, I'll give him this. I'll give him this one. Hold on. like, yo.
Oh, yeah.
like, come on, dog. Yeah. If you could reach me.
I know I owed you money, but I've been trying to get in contact with you, but when I called your cell phone, it was like it was out of service.
Like,
and you must have got a new number.
Now I understand people taking other people out of their phone because they might have to do that for whatever reason. But you know, you ain't got to get your number changed. Not for me, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you might have to do that for somebody else, but you ain't got to do that shit for me. Matter of fact, honestly, every time, like if I've ever got with somebody and then they change their number right after that, I'm looking at them sort of like, okay.
Never meant to be.
My thing is this. What's the use in changing your phone number if you still live at the same address? I mean, I'm a real shit.
You do know I come knock on your door.
I'm just saying, like when people be blocking people that know them, I'm like, can you block your image in person?
Does that just erase everything?
Like, can you
change your number? Does that change your address?
Like,
can you work at and everything?
Can you block your house? Like, yo, I drove down your street. Your house ain't there. Like, yeah, it's because I blocked you. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
That's a unique sketch comedy skit. That's unique as shit.
Like, yo, I blocked my crib. I blocked my address. Like, you can't see my address. Yeah, so, you know, you could drive down. You can drive down my street. You can hide in the bushes like you used to behind the telephone pole. You can switch up your vehicles and tint your shit and all of that and dip back way back in the seat and all of that. Don't matter. You ain't gonna see my crib. You blocked, nigga. That shit crazy though. But yeah. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? It go the way it go. Yeah, I mean, for some people, blocking.
Like I said, when I said that the best thing that was ever invented was call ID, the main reason why people was changing their number is because of bill collectors, and they didn't want to keep getting them. They just calling their phone all the damn time. So when call ID kicked in, oh my God.
Yeah,
that was a game changer.
Yeah, no, call ID is the best invention. But the thing is, those call ID boxes was ass in the beginning.
Yes, it was.
This shit was ass, dog. This shit was ass.
Shit, call ID best is the best thing call ID works right now for is on the cell phones.
Yeah, those call ID boxes was garbage.
Make you mad as shit.
I need a new, and they was expensive too. That shit was a good addition to the bill. That shit wasn't cheap. Well, you think about how we was getting robbed back in the day. That shit ugly. Hold on, Andre Goodson says Sky Pagers. Yeah, man, the Motorola's, and he says I've had my current cell phone number for 12 years. I'm gonna give him a little applause for that. Yes. Matter of fact.
Shit. I guess my 2.5 years only get 2 snaps up in the finger.
No, this is what you get. This is what you get. 2.5 years. You got work to do. You got work to do, though. You a married man. Ain't no way you should. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard nobody is married. They got changed. They know all the time. That shit crazy.
I remember, like I said, I had dropped my phone. It was one month I broke 3 cell phones. I ain't break cell phones in years, but in 1 month I broke 3 cell phones.
Okay.
And I had the number, but then that last time it was like, I can't transfer the number. I was like, shit. Just give me the new number.
Well, you know what? When I used to drink, I used to lose phones all the fucking time. I remember I lost like 3 phones in 1 year. And remember, you used to have to start from 0. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, since I stopped drinking, I ain't came close to losing a phone. When I used to drink, I remember thought I lost my phone. When I got a brand new phone and realized my phone was under my bed, I was like, damn. This what we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, this.
Let me tell you something. A
Straight
cell phone, when you can be on your cell phone and think you lost your cell phone. You know what I mean? You get shook. I've never forgot. I've left my cell phone at home by mistake, and I had to go back and I had to catch an Uber back home and get that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my cell phone now.
Yo. That is not a good look. But that's the worst problem ever, bro. Your cell phone, and if you got you got all your information in the phone, forget if you're doing any dirt, but if you got all your information on the phone that you need out of your cell phone, oh my God, man. And if you don't God damn it!
What happened? You about the cell phone?
No, fuck. You know how you forget about a bill?
Yeah.
Them goddamn Philadelphia Eagles took their money. I'm like, yo, somebody just oh, these bitch ass motherfuckers. God damn, they got me again. They got me again.
I meant to transfer this shit out.
That right? That shit is a hit. No good motherfucker.
Well,
Oh well.
they gotta pay the new rookie.
Every time they have a good season, they go up.
Oh, yeah, I'm not shit, man.
See what I should have done.
Vicariously through you when you go to the Eagles game. I'll be looking at the game through your eyes.
Nah, what I should have done, because I don't know how I did it. I totally forgot about that shit. But what I should have done is just went ahead and paid for the whole joint. But I chose the payment plan. And now look at me now.
Yeah.
So take a look at me now. I'm a broke ass disgrace.
You gotta say that shit like KRS-One. Did you ever think about it when it's out of here? Money from the Eagles team gets out of here.
$5,000 couch out of here. Man. Oh well. All right. But yeah, people change they numbers for all kinds of reasons. Now I don't consider changing your I don't consider getting an additional line changing your number. I mean, you're not changing it. You still got the old phone. You still got the same number from the other phone, but you might just not use it anymore or whatever. You know what I mean? I've seen people do that. And some people change their numbers for this is still a financial thing, but not always. Like your number might be linked to certain creditors and shit like that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so to throw them off the trail, I'll tell you one thing. On Facebook, on all social media platforms, they always ask you for your phone number. And if you give them your phone number, then anybody you have in your contacts, if you allow them to use your contact, to access your contacts, so you'll come up on a friend suggestion list. So every job I go to, anybody that I meet on the job, I immediately go to social media and block them.
Oh.
But that was only when I was using my personal phone for social media. I stopped giving them the number. You know what I mean? If you don't give them the number, then they can't associate that with your contacts, and you won't be popping up on their friends' suggestions. Because
I hate when jobs put your number on the board so if anybody needs to call out, they can call you.
Man.
So I hate when they do a group text and they put everybody's number comes up in the group text. Like, who the fuck are y'all to do that?
Oh yeah, that's that bullshit. That group text shit. That shit is drawn. Now, yeah, that's what group texts are equivalent to. When social media first came out and people used to be sending you those chain letters.
Yeah.
Share this with 80,000 people, or you gonna have like 52 years of bad luck, and your mom is actually going to break her back from stepping on a crack. So you know what I mean? You only sent this to 49,000 people. You better get your shit together. You care about your mom. I'm so glad that shit. I wonder, how did that stop? Because it sure stopped.
Stepping on a crack, break your mama's back?
No, those chain letters that used to be on social media.
It could be just the cell phone changed it.
No.
Or people just got tired of doing that shit.
Yeah, I think that had to be it, because they was getting in people DMs. You ain't nothing the cell phone company can do about that shit. But something stopped it because that shit was a pain in the ass. I thought that shit was so whack. But
I hate being part of group texts.
But yeah, but when I worked at Villanova in 2018, I had to use my personal cell phone to call employees. So my number was in their contacts. And I didn't really realize that that's how Facebook and whatever else was accessing your contacts. You know what I mean? And so I come to work, and motherfuckers is like, it's the daily. I was like, what the fuck? Now, mind you, I'm the supervisor. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, it felt like the whole campus. They was like, yo, so you know this person and that person? And I was like, oh, shit. Yo, so even people because I ain't know nobody in Villanova. When I started working there, I ain't know nobody.
You know what after that?
Man, I was the most popular supervisor in that whole shit. They was like daily. And yo, what you was talking about yesterday, I can feel my face just going straight red or you know what I mean, all the blood draining. I'm like, it's the end of the road. Cause you know what I mean? Like one thing about Villanova, working at Villanova for the people who work there is for a lot of people who work there, it's like a status symbol.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's like, and plus, and a lot of people who work at Villanova just working there. They be trying, because it's a Catholic school, they be trying to act like they on some holier than thou shit. Now, the fucking coup de grace was when I came in the office and my manager had my show up. Like he was waiting for me. He had my show up and on his little laptop, and it was like the daily, and then he slammed this shut and ain't say shit. He waited till I got there. He slammed it shut and ain't say shit. I said, oh, so you saw my show. Everybody had already put him on. Like, yo, the new supervisor, he got the show, and you know what I mean? He innocent here, but that shit he be talking about, yo, it was
crazy. He talking some bullshit on his thing.
Yo.
Daily.
I was like, it's a rap. It's a fucking rap. And it was. It was a fucking rap. You know what I mean? I was like, this shit here. I took my number off Facebook after that shit, but the damage was already done. Wasn't nothing I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nothing I could do. Queen Monica, what's good? She says the chain letter changed to the post about a cause that someone experienced, i.e. if someone you know experienced this share. Oh, I don't even get that. I don't even get that no more. What up, Jill Litvin? Let's see.
Now what they do is they give you a chain. It's not even a chain letter. They do it on YouTube. If you want God to bless you with a financial blessing, type in amen.
Yo, what the fuck is Reefer Wizard talking about? Tell me, why you checking out other dudes? What the fuck are you talking about, dickhead? I swear, boy.
He talking about what he on right now, Reefer.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you gotta excuse the stupidity of other men. You know.
I don't know.
Checking out other dudes.
I mean, I just think that if you're a bitch ass nigga, you should check in and just let us know. So whenever we see, that'll take away the shock value. Like listen. I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm on some fuck shit. So don't mind me or mind me. You know what I mean? You keep an eye on me, but this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like let me know.
My thing is this. Reefer just sounds like he comes from a whole line of bitch ass. You know, his father was a bitch ass nigga. His father was a bitch ass. He has an ancestry of bitch ass niggas. So you just gotta have understanding that.
Okay, all right. He go way
back.
You
know, we can't blame him. It's historic that he's a bitch ass motherfucker.
He go way bitch.
You know, right. He's still, I guarantee he's still sucking his mommy titty.
Man, after a certain age, it's not breastfeeding no more.
No, it's just that's just strictly incest.
Man, I don't know.
Motherfuckers.
I swear. All right. But yeah, so people change their number for that. Hold on, let me go to the poll. Let me see how far we've gotten. Wow. All right. So what's the shortest time you have ever had a phone number before you changed it? So 77% out of 31 people says a couple of years. So that seems to be the so Troy, you fit right into there. You know, I mean, you part of the majority. All right, 6 months to a year, only 6%. A couple of weeks to a month, only 6%. But then 10%, 1 day to 1 week. What could make a person change their number in a day or a week? What do you think?
I just go to that smoking out the window song of Silk Sonic when he be like, "This bitch got me changing my phone." You know that shit.
Oh, man.
I just think that motherfucker as soon as you get the new phone, I'm changing my fucking number again today, man. I can't deal with this.
Man, I don't know. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
One day
to a week. You know, because sometimes cell phone companies will penalize you for, they'll charge you for changing the number.
Yes, they do. $35.
So, but I guess it's a small price to pay. People will pay for whatever they really want. So I guess they say, all right, $35 is $35.
Small price to pay for sanity.
Yeah, I guess they look at it like, this is two Uber rides. I can do it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I got it.
Yeah, I ordered this off of Uber Eats. Damn, this ain't shit.
So yeah, I don't know. A day to a week, you got a new number. Now, back in the day, I would have said that if you change your number a lot, then you probably don't have strong bonds with a lot of people. But that's not necessarily true.
Sometimes people change their number because of family situations. They don't want to talk to their family more. They don't want to be bothered with them. So.
Well, that kind of goes along with not having strong ties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, you just don't. You just be like, no, I don't even want to fuck with them motherfuckers no more. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Monica Davis says, I got my own cell phone number when I realized the job could track me like 2004. Eventually, I kept the job phone number as a business line. Yeah, I don't fuck with the job. I don't like this is my job phone, iPhone 13. I don't do shit with this phone. This is strictly for work. Like, I don't download no apps on this shit. Look, I do have YouTube on this shit, but that's the extent of it. No social media, no nothing. I ain't got my credit card information. I'm like, nah, I ain't fucking with this shit. You know what I mean?
Whatever you put in that phone, the job got.
They do, and you can't turn off. It's a violation if you cut off the tracking joint, what they call it, the location, but tab or whatever. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't even use the computer at work for certain things. I bring my tablet and I use that. I'm like, nah, Got my own shit, and I got a VPN. So like, no, I ain't on y'all network. I'm like, I'm not fucking with y'all like that. Maritza Allberg, what's good? Marissa, she says people change their number because of bill collectors. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But to me, that's a crazy thing to do because I'm like, who's easier to avoid than bill collectors? Like, I will block every exchange that they have. You know what I mean? Like, block. It'd be a block party. You see people wobbling. You see people doing the wobble, the percolator, and the damn and the bop.
The boots to the ground.
they electric slide and all of that. This block party is banging. So yeah, yeah. I mean, but yeah, you're right. People do. It's funny how you block your phone that you're paying for to avoid bill collectors that you didn't pay.
Yeah, that's true. And people like, this motherfucker, your cell phone paid for it, but you can pay money on this credit card bill.
And you know, cell phone is one of those bills.
It's a necessity.
Yeah, but it wasn't always a necessity to everybody. So there were plenty of people who couldn't keep a cell phone. They couldn't keep one. So they was always, you know, they went from voice stream to T-Mobile, where voice stream became T-Mobile, to Sprint, to Verizon, to AT&T, and before well, you had what was it before AT&T? Well, it was AT&T, but
one thing back in the day, you know, I know. Well, I just had a brain fart. Man.
It was Cellular One, and then Cellular One became what was the name of AT&T before? It was I think it started with a C. Singular Wireless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Singular bought AT&T. Everybody thought that AT&T bought Singular. It was the other way around. Singular Wireless bought AT&T because AT&T was pretty much bankrupt, and then they bought that, and they changed it to AT&T because it was a more internationally known number. I mean, exchange or
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and Singular was a good company. You know what I mean? When they went AT&T, that was like, this ain't shit. Singular had it going on. But they were Cellular One first.
The power was so damn good these days, you can't avoid nothing. Shit, whoever committed a crime, they ain't getting away with it. They got their cell phone on it because them damn towers. You see the first 48, these cell phones be pinging off from towers.
Man,
yeah. You wasn't home.
Yeah.
The cell phone was pinging right near the house.
Yeah. You
ain't get away with it.
That part.
That part.
I mean, I'm convinced that's why you can't open your phones anymore and change your own battery. They don't want you to be able to turn your phone off all the way.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the truth.
You know, so if you
back in the day, you used to be able to open your phone and change your battery.
Why can't you do that now? Now you got to get a whole new phone, or you got to take it to a place where they can exchange the battery for you, and you're going to need that because after a couple of years, your battery, you know, it won't hold the charge as well or for as long. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to go see my peoples at Noble Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Have them throw another battery up in your
bulls. That's my bulls.
Yeah. So, but yeah, oh damn, Bell Atlantic. Oh shit, you going back to the home phone. Bell Atlantic, man, that was a good company. How'd they go belly up? Bell Atlantic went belly up. How? To this day, I just don't understand. I understand. How you lose your clout? You know what I mean? But
you know, it's not that they might have went bellied up. It might be that they weren't getting as many customers as the other brands. So the other brand was like, I'm gonna buy this one.
it could be.
You know what
I mean, they can always, well, you know, I mean, that was pretty much the beginning of the end. Once long distance companies was separate from home phone companies, it was you start to see like, okay, what direction we going here? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think anybody understood that home phones were going to start to be irrelevant or not as popular. But there were certain signals. You know what I'm saying? Like before, if you made a long distance call, you didn't have to pick a different long distance company or whatever. You just dialed the number. You know what I mean? You got the bill, you paid the bill. After they started separating everything, it was all business. It was all business. So you had to have a long distance company. I mean, you look at that shit today, they made millions and millions of dollars for not doing shit. Once they set up the towers, they ain't have to spend no money. They ain't have no overhead. They ain't have no office. They ain't have to do nothing. They charge you for what they made millions and millions of dollars, probably maybe billions of dollars off of what we don't pay for anymore at all. Free long distance. You know what we would have done for free long distance in 85 to 95?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we don't come from an era where anything was really free, nothing electronic. Free? What you talking about?
Yeah, free and unlimited.
Hey, Monica says they went belly up when they couldn't charge us up anymore. That's right. I mean, yo, we had Sprint, MCI, and that was MCI WorldCom and AT&T.
Singular.
No. I'm just talking about long distance companies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you know, yes, shit started getting different. They started getting different, but they made
back in the day, you couldn't get no cell phone. It wasn't no cell phone plan when you got a free phone. You had to buy the phone outright.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask Google how much money they made off long distance before it was unlimited. How much did AT&T make from long distance before there was unlimited long distance on cell phones? Before unlimited long distance on cell phones became common, get the fuck out of here. AT&T's long distance revenue was substantial. In 1995, AT&T generated $38.1 billion in long distance revenue. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo! $38.1 billion in long distance revenue, making it the top earner in that market, according to the Federal Communications Commission. To put that into perspective, MCI earned $12.9 billion, like that's nothing, and Sprint earned $7.3 billion in the same year. And AT&T had the nerve to go belly up? What?
Well, you know, when you making money like that, then you gotta charge that to the big wigs that was skimming.
$38.1 billion in 95, dog? Huh? Yo, how much do you have to steal for you to go bankrupt with that kind of cash?
A lot of fucking money, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
But you also got to count into the stocks too, because if the stocks was fluctuating and stuff, the stocks are fluctuating like that and everything. some point in time, it's going to be something that's going to fuck up. That's going to that's going to mess your money up. So
yo, man,
it's a little bit heavy. I mean, we can't compare that to what SEPTA doing, but you see SEPTA is making all these darn changes, and you know for a fact that there's people skimming off of that.
Yo, check this out. In 1980, 2,455 mile, 10-minute call on AT&T Interstate residential tariff cost $4.17 for a day and $1.66 for a night, which is, hold on, $15.90. Damn, man. This is crazy as shit. Yo. Yeah, I mean, I knew they was getting paid all crazy, but
you know, they getting paid like that.
Man, that's wild. That's wild. Cause that's crazy money now. We talking about 30 years ago? There wasn't nothing you couldn't have. There wasn't nothing on this green earth that you couldn't pay for. 38 billion? Man. Monica says, and they took away free phones. What up, hello world? What's good? Said phone lines were the setup to the internet. Yeah, they were. I remember dial-up. Yo, dial-up was crazy.
You still got AOL.
Yeah, I got that's my email address. But shit, I remember AOL with the CD disc. Yo, 1,500 hours, baby. 15 hours. 15.
That shit run out. You gotta find another one.
And they weren't hard to find. But you had to find another number to associate it to. That's the only thing. Like, you can keep getting as many discs as you want. They would be like, no, you ain't no more free. You burned it out the last time. It's time for you to pay. They ask me how I know. Yeah. So
shit.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, that's Diddy on Cassie. Yeah.
Ow!
Oh, my bad.
Ow!
Oh, yeah, he walked into it.
Ow!
All right, cool. It's cool. Everything is all right. No, man. We was play fighting. What y'all doing in there?
Ow!
No, Ma. She stepped on a tack. That shit crazy. But yeah, people changing their numbers, man. Monica says, yes, dial-up made people change the phone number. Yeah, dial-up. I mean, shit. The internet used to be expensive. And it was slow as shit. It was slow as shit.
You had to practice patience.
Man, I thought DSL was like the greatest thing ever. I was like, wow, this shit is like super fast. It was fast and slow at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Fast and slow at the same time. But that storage space was, but anyway, yeah. Things that'll make you change your number, baby. Change your number. Kids will make you change your number. Divorce will make you change your number. Moving away with your kids so your baby father can't catch up with you will make you change your number. Change your number and your address. Maybe tomorrow night we'll talk about the things that make people move away.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea.
Not at all.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk about this show. I mean, I wanted to talk about this phone shit. You know, I mean, people be out there changing, one of the things we didn't talk about is just like sometimes when you just forget to pay your bill.
Mm-hmm.
If you forget to pay your bill. Because I've known some people that felt like it was cheaper to just go ahead and get another phone than to pay the bill that existed.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, fuck that. Let's just get another phone and get a new number.
You know what we didn't talk about, though? The early days of cell phones and them goddamn ringtones. Ringtones, answer tones.
And I remember Boost Mobile when they had the speakerphone, and they be like, "Where you at? Where you at?" Oh, I hated that shit.
Oh, you mean Nextel. Nextel had them first.
Yeah.
Then Boost came after that.
Mm-hmm.
The chirp joint. The chirp. People, cause they swore they was the fucking, like, people who had a chirp phone, you couldn't tell them shit. It was like they was kings and queens. Oh, you got the chirp? Yo, chirp me later, chirp me. Get the fuck out of here. This is a walkie-talkie. You got a phone and you praising a walkie-talkie. But the walkie-talkie part was free. But Nextel service was expensive.
Yes, it was.
That shit was expensive. I ain't never had no Nextel. I was like, I'm
no,
good.
you were because that was more, that Nextel shit was more on that type of fucking Secret Service type shit. That's why it was so fucking expensive. For real, that wasn't no damn regular fucking contact shit. Shit, that was just strictly business.
Yeah.
Business and security.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you had a Nextel. We knew you had money.
Nextel, I mean, that was a baller phone.
Yeah.
That was but notice that was the first company to go bad.
Yeah.
The first one. The Verizon sucked up Nextel, then they had the same phone talking about some push to talk. Nobody's saying that. It's chirp.
Mm-hmm.
Chirp. Mm-hmm. Fucking push to talk.
Fucking
I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about when they said that. Like the push to talk feature. I'm like, the what?
We got the new push to talk feature.
Push to talk. Like all of these fucking engineers, all these brains y'all got, and that's the best y'all got going.
People went out there and bought that shit.
Push to talk. Well, they I mean, after Nextel, it wasn't fun no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know nobody to this day that got a push to talk phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, but when Nextel was out, they was chirping all over the place. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I
hated that motherfucker.
I hated it too. But them phones was loud as shit. It was like they had a woofer on them.
Ain't no hiding from it.
Not at all.
Shit.
Not at all. But yeah, so and you know, I remember when Metro PCS first came out and everybody was saying that it was a not a government phone. They said that was a snitch phone or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Everybody was clowning me because it was cheap and all that shit. I was like,
Yeah, I called Metro today to get my internet turned off on my tablet because I just needed the tablet for something else.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this tablet is not really working that good. So she was like, well, we got another tablet, a Samsung Galaxy tablet. And since you've been with us so long, Mr. Troy, you can get this one for $20.
Man.
I was like, Scooby-Doo. I was like, huh?
Yo, I picked up Metro PCS in 2008. And I carried that shit until when I think I switched over to T-Mobile after T-Mobile bought Metro PCS. But Metro was better. It was better, and it was cheaper, and you got the same service. I switched over to T-Mobile. That was the dumbest thing I could have done. But the reason that I did it is because Metro PCS didn't used to have the phones that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, plus you don't have Metro. You can't upgrade on phones. Metro,
not for free.
Not for free.
Yeah, not for free.
With T-Mobile, you can. But Metro, they don't have that free upgrade shit. But Metro, the thing about Metro shit, I called in today. She brought my price down. Gave me a damn new tablet, Samsung Galaxy. Brought my bill down, and I don't got paid in my next bill. My next bill in June is $1 and something cent, and I got to pay that until July.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't mad at Metro. All right, man.
You might want to switch back over to them, bro.
Nah, because it all changed. It changed when you switch back. Because I'm not a
long term.
Yeah. They shit on. That's the only company I know that kind of shit on their new customers. They take care of their existing customers. They long term, John. They be showing love. But the new on Metro, they be like, all right, how much you got?
Why the fuck you leave us? Why the fuck did you leave us?
They be like, because I had 60 for $60, and it was $60. That's what I paid. Unlimited everything, top notch, 4G, 5G, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
If you was on Metro right now, that's how much you be paying. $25, bro.
No, I would be paying 60 because what I had was the $60 package, because of the features that I had, whatever. It was
son, you're older now. You get that discount. You get the ARP discount, bro.
You funny as shit. But you know what? I'll take that though.
And that's what I'm telling you, bro. You get the AARP discount. How old are you?
But now
oh, I got a discount for you.
Yeah, you wild as hell. But look, we gotta get out of here, man. It's 4:30. We out.
All right. Well, love y'all, man. Be safe, bro.
All right, man. Take care.
All right,
y'all. Let's do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Going all the way back to the 1986, my girl Mia Frink. Happy birthday to you and Billy Ray Valentine, my man, Baltimore Be More Stand Up, and Kamala. Or I wonder if she pronounced her name Kamala or is it Kamala? We'll go with Kamala. Kamala Miss Pink Green. Happy birthday to you and Sadiqa Simmons, Sonia Neely, Maame, Kwasanima, Hammond, Lavonda Rowland, Mahogany Prater, Sean Bay, last but not least. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious May 27th, anywhere out there in the world. Whoa. Now that I think about it, my late great-grandfather's birthday was on the 27th. Rest in peace, my grandpop, Wardell McIntyre. Rest in heaven. He left us year 2000, 88 years old. You go. All right. Go hard, go for yours, and remember, Go hard, go for yours, and remember, Okay. Go hard, go for yours, and remember, Yo, check it out. Y'all know it's no doubt. Sometimes you gotta change your number because they route. They trying to roll on you. They trying to roll over. You ain't got no more minutes and you ain't in it. And it to win it. We don't play for minutes no more, but you gotta have that bill money at the end of the month for sure. Or you're gonna be sore because your shit ain't working. You feel like you got jerked when you went to work, you made the cash, but you didn't pay your bills so it wouldn't last. And sometimes you can still get text messages, but you can't get no calls. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. If you got the kind of service, you can consider yourself on the lucky path, but the math ain't adding it up. It's really gas to subtract. You don't really know how to act in this whack. I ain't trying to attack nobody pockets because anybody can fall on hard times and you can't rock it. Speaking of rocket, going up into the sky, coming back down to the ground. Now you have found a better way to manage your funds. If you change your number, maybe you ain't the one. But some people change their number because they trying to get rid of people from their past. And yeah, they don't want them to last. Sometimes you be looking back at the one who got away. You be thinking, hey, will we ever be together again? Yo, can we be like Bismarcky, just be friends? Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's really not. Sometimes you gotta move on a lot. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, when you gotta roll them. Cheryl Halsey, thanks for coming on through. Cheryl Hudson, I appreciate you too. Andre Goodson, thanks for coming on by. My man Troy, you know he be acting fly. Yo, I would like to say peace to all y'all. TK, right? Thanks for coming on through, all right? Got some other names that I would like to name because I want to make y'all feel like you're important. No fame couldn't ever surpass your old Queen Monica. Thanks for coming through. We last since 1991 Penn State. Yo, people say what they want to, but it's all hate. Yo, keep it going, keep flowing. Who was that? Ada Zifa? I don't know. Tifa? I don't know. Yo, what can I say? Hello, world. Thanks for coming on through. You know the way. And can't forget my peoples. Yeah, there can never be no equal. Yeah, we coming on through. My man, Bawana. Go do what you wanna. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Getimism show. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. We won't be late tomorrow. I got to get on by it. Okay. All right. Jill Litvin, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I hope y'all. Andre Goodson says bongo time, bro. All right, man. Fuck it. Let me give you a little something. You right. A little bongo time. I had to feel the request. Sometimes I feel like I can't rest. I gotta stay up all day and night. I gotta make sure that I fight the good fight. And if it don't come out right, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you get banged and bruised. But you still gotta put up your hands, and if you win, then you might get a couple of bands. But you ever feel like you're fighting for nothing, and all you do is run around talking and fronting? Yo, and nothing can make you feel worse. We kicked all this shit, and all you got was another verse. But you keep building on the things you got, and one day it's gonna work out a hell of a lot. And if it don't, well, you gotta keep trying, because it's just like the thing in the store that you wanna be buying. Sometimes you gotta go in, put it on layaway, and get that shit, pick it up another day. And that was my mom hustle back in the like 70s, 80s. Yeah, I appreciate the ladies. Yo, speaking of ladies, I appreciate all of y'all black women. Y'all know the best. Walls gotta get built, people gotta get killed, but I ain't trying to be so tall or more stilts. But I want to make sure that I lick salt off your head. That's what back in the day my sister said. That meant that he was taller than me. But now I'm the baller in, you see. Still work, still hustle, still grind, still make sure that the best life is what I find. Yo, it's all about yours and mine. We gonna get ours. You gotta make sure that one day you be stars. Stars up in the sky, stars up in the earth. You gotta do the thing for all the things it's worth. Yo, and I'm not cursed, I'm blessed, and I ain't gotta be nobody, gotta pass no test. You can kind of try to give me a quiz, but I'ma really let you know at the time what time it really is. And this is my biz, and this is my kids, and this is my thing, and this is my king, and I'm the king and the man. I say that I'm the king of my own castle. Make sure I do this thing. It ain't no hassle. Everything's gonna work out fine. Everything is gonna be all mine. One day you're gonna really, really shine, cause you are just like the sun, the one, you're 752. You know how we do. Everything is gonna be all right with my crew. I appreciate you all. Yo, we ain't gonna build that fucking wall down to Mexico to Texas. You gonna be out here. Yo, changed my exes. I changed my ex's number, changed my own. I made sure that we start a brand new. Yo, who is gonna check me, boo? None of y'all. None of y'all. Yo, I'm gonna be all on top of all of y'all. Even one. All right, let's get out of here, man. I gotta get out of here. It's 4:30 in the morning. Almost 4:45. But holla.